You know, the military was a family tradition, and I've actually got family members that served all the way back to the Revolutionary War on both sides of my family. So it just seems kind of natural. And when I was 17, I asked my parents' permission, had them sign off, and that's where my journey began. Well, I think as a combat photographer, it was a really extraordinary opportunity to meet so many wonderful people, both in uniform and out. And yes, so I was documenting a lot of conflict, but there was also the humanity that was really striking. And for me, it wasn't about just the experience, but it was about the people I shared those experiences with. But as a combat photographer, you know, I'd wake up every day and I would try and capture the story as best I could. Walk up. For me, I've been around horses my whole life, and they've been very integral in my therapy and my recovery. And the time I spend out here is a time to just kind of get balanced. On my last deployment, one day we lost several of the guys. That was very hard. And some of their teammates came and asked if I had pictures of them, and some of them I did, and some of them I didn't. And I felt awful that I didn't have something to give to them for their memories and to their families back home. And that weighed very heavily on me. And I made a vow to myself, an unspoken vow, that I would photograph the soldiers before going out on every operation. At the time, I really didn't have anything that I was calling it, but now I just kind of refer to it as the last living pictures. So my service is a huge deal. I mean, I have no regrets. And the relationship that I have with so many of my brothers and sisters in arms has really been the motivating factor behind the Veterans Portrait Project, for instance, and giving back to the community that I love so much.
That's it. Good.
I knew that I could continue my service in a special way, maybe not in uniform, but to be able to give back and to say thanks, and in my own way show the community that I love so much that I care. And my way of saying thank you is through my photography. Never in a million years had I expected to photograph over 6,000 veterans when it started with just one.
Appreciate it. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you for your service, and welcome home. But I'm looking forward to seeing the next 6,000 and meeting those too. When we begin the journey of giving back and saying thanks in our own way, we never really fully grasped how big it could become and how much it means to others. And when people see how genuinely invested you are and interested you are in what you're doing, they want to be a part of it. And that inevitably makes it grow too. And you know, I've got friends who are like really good at gardening. And I said, you know, it may be nice to invite a veteran or two from the VA and have them come out and help you weed your garden. Maybe they'll learn a little something along the way and find how therapeutic it is to get their hands in the dirt. I know I do. By offering the time and the space to come in and maybe do a hobby with you, or you know, do a little retreat or something like that, could mean a lot. For one, literally it says that you care enough to take that time to spend with them. But it too can have an impact on that person's life in a positive way. It's that interaction that matters more than the actual activity itself.